So something I thought would be fun would be to start a new series here. We'll see how this is received. If no one really gives a shit, then I probably won't do another one of these. But I thought it would be fun to take one little scene from a movie that I love and nitpick the shit out of it, because that's what I do, right? So here we go. My first episode of Minor Gripes with Great Films. I wanted to start this off with Die Hard with a Vengeance. Love this movie so fucking much. Big fan of the Die Hard franchise. I've always had an issue trying to decide between Die Hard 1 and Die Hard 3. Die Hard 1, Die Hard 3. I don't know. Which one do I like more? You know, that's a tough one. But I grew up watching this one most, to be honest. So nostalgia pick might be Die Hard with a Vengeance. All right, so the scene in question here. This has always made me laugh. So Simon Says, right? So we got Jeremy Irons here playing Simon, or Hans Gruber's brother. Spoilers. And John McClane and Zeus, not Jesus, because he ain't Puerto Rican. I look Puerto Rican to you. Are on the payphone, and Simon is telling them what to do, and he's giving him this riddle. And the riddle has to do with 7 cats and 7 this and this and this. And here Samuel L. Jackson is in his head, and he tells John, shut the fuck up, McClane, I'm good with this shit. So he's a good mathematician. He can add up 7 times 7 times 7 times, okay, and come up with the answer. But then he figures out the riddle, and it's just 1. Where the fuck are they going? Oh, God, I'm not going to quote this movie. Let's stick to the facts here. Okay, so he tells John that he's super good with math, and he's able to add, multiply 7 times 7 times 7 all in his head, right? Then they come across the water bottle thing, which you need to get 4 gallons into the 5-gallon jug. All you have is a 5-gallon jug and a 3-gallon jug, okay? He couldn't figure this out. I mean, when that happened in the movie, I was seriously in my head in like 5 seconds. 5 seconds. I gotta make sure I put up the right figures here. And here, see, you can see I'm not even a good mathematician, right? I'm not that great with math. No, I'm actually pretty decent with math. I'm just not good at holding up fingers, I guess. I was sitting there just like, I can come up with like 3 different ways you could make this right now off the top of my head. And I haven't even been prepping this at all. I just usually just throw this out there. But here, I'll try to get one right off the top of my head. Okay, so you take the 5-gallon jug and you fill it all the way up and you pour it into the 3-gallon jug, and then there's 2 gallons left over. Pour out the 3-gallon jug, pour the 2 gallons into the 3-gallon jug. There's 1 gallon of space. Fill the 5-gallon jug back up, pour it in, 4 gallons. There. 5 seconds, literally off the top of my head. Yes, I've thought about this before, and I get it. In the moment, it's hard to think and this and that. But from a guy that can multiply 7 times 7 times 7 times, and he can do it in like 10 seconds or less or whatever it was, can't fucking take the 5-gallon jug and make that. Or you can just take the 3-gallon jug, fill it up, pour it in, fill it up, pour it in. You have 1 gallon left here. Dump all this out, pour the 1 gallon in, fill the 3-gallon back up, 4 gallons. There you go. There's another example. There's plenty of ways to do this. Plenty. They couldn't think of any, and that scene's bullshit, by the way. He's like throwing the jug around and water splashing out, and when you see it in John's hand, there is like no water in that jug. But then when they show a close-up, it's like almost full. And they don't even show us how they get it. It's not like they figure it out and he's like, oh, if we put this and this and this. No, all of a sudden, there's 1 gallon left in the 3-gallon jug. And it doesn't even explain how they came to that conclusion. That whole sequence to me is ridiculous. And the fact that he's like, don't make a splash. He already splashed water out. He's like, don't spill any of it. Okay, minor gripe with a fantastic fucking movie. I will review these at some point. But anybody else have an issue with this fucking scene? It's so ridiculous. These guys couldn't figure this out. I know John has a hangover and whatnot, but come on, this one's pretty simple. Silly, silly, silly. All right,